Haiti.
We acknowledge the resignation of Prime Minister Henry.
Peering into Biden documents case.
Political powers want details that help their side.
Driver assistance report card.
The Levin got poor ratings.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kaysen with the CBS World News Roundup. As armed criminal gangs roam the streets in Port-au-Prince and elsewhere in Haiti, there's been a formal shift in power. CBS's Christian Benavides reports from Haiti's neighbor, the Dominican Republic. After weeks of pressure, Haiti Prime Minister Ariel Henry delivered the news he is stepping down. Henry's announcement followed an agreement struck at an emergency meeting in Jamaica between leaders of Caribbean nations and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken to form a council to eventually find a new leader in Haiti.
A political crisis, escalating violence. This has created an untenable situation.
Henry was sworn in 2 weeks after the assassination of Jovenel Moïse in 2021 and has repeatedly delayed new elections, citing security concerns. Jacqueline Charles covers the Caribbean for the Miami Herald.
Trying to get some kind of a political deal among Haitians has been something that Henry has not been able to accomplish, and at the same time, gangs stepped into his power vacuum.
Over the last 2 weeks, attacks on prisons, police stations, and the airport have led the U.S. to evacuate non-essential personnel. Right now, the House Judiciary Committee is hearing from Special Counsel Robert Hur, the man who investigated President Biden's handling of classified documents. CBS's Scott McFarland.
According to our advance read of Robert Hur's testimony, it indicates Robert Hur is going to argue he was trying to figure out the president's intent in having records at his D.C. office in Delaware home, and that makes his mindset, his memory, relevant.
There's presidential primary voting today in 4 states: Washington, Hawaii, Mississippi, and in a battleground state, Georgia.
Both President Biden and former President Donald Trump are expected to clinch their respective parties' nominations tonight. Carol Baird from Fulton County says she's behind Biden all the way.
It's a job interview to me. It's not a personality popularity contest.
Former President Donald Trump says the stakes could not be higher, and he's urging supporters to look to November.
The sun rises on a brand new day for Georgia and for America.
59 Republican delegates and 108 Democratic delegates are up for grabs here in the Peach State. Jonathan O'Brien for CBS News, Atlanta.
More than 60 job cuts have been reported at the Republican National Committee days after former President Trump installed his hand-picked team to run the party. His daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, is co-chair. CBS's Chris Van Clee reports this morning there are more questions for Boeing as the FAA audits the jet maker and questions rise up after a sudden mid-flight plunge.
Terrifying moments on board LATAM Flight 800, flying from Sydney, Australia to Auckland, New Zealand. The airline says the plane experienced technical issues resulting in a strong movement of the Boeing 787, launching passengers into the ceiling, leaving some bloody.
It dropped out of the air instantly. It started tail nose down.
Early reports indicate the plane's flight control system may have temporarily malfunctioned, resulting in up to 50 injuries on board, 13 taken to hospitals.
The Israeli Defense Forces confirm a hostage held by Hamas is dead. Itay Chen was one of the 4 U.S. dual citizen IDF soldiers held by Hamas. CBS's Chris Livesay has the latest details on the war in Gaza.
Houthi rebels strike again, vowing to escalate military operations during Ramadan in support of the oppressed Palestinian people, says a spokesman, now forced to celebrate the holy month of Ramadan, where shelter has been turned into rubble and surgical gloves into balloons. We didn't wish Ramadan to come under these conditions, says Mohammed Abu Mansur. It has the taste of blood.
4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 51 degrees in Mountain House, California.